Ladies and gentlemen of wet shaving and of the world, thank you for coming back to the channel. I'm really happy to see you guys. Today we're gonna look at a couple new things or stuff that you guys haven't seen. But the focus of this today is gonna be the Charcoal Goods Everyday Razor. This particular one has the copper anchor, and I'm gonna be using a Persona Super in there, made in the USA. For the soap, we're gonna do Spartacus by A&E, and then we're going to be using the awesome 3D printed bowl from Tony Dillette. He's a member of the Lather and Blade forums, and he's producing these for people. To match the bowl, we're using the Evo Special Veteran, and it's going to be fun. So I got some things to say. See you in a few minutes. And welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Got the face wet, got the lather ready to go. I'm gonna get started here. I don't think I gotta spend too much time talking about A&E. This is actually the previous base, the pre-Kaizen. And if just trying to minimize the time spent on this stuff. So most people are familiar with this. A&E's like the new hotness, the biggest name in soaps right now. So Spartacus is their Aventus, and the Evo is one of the best synthetics that's out there right now, in my opinion. But all that's kind of secondary to what I wanted to talk about. The everyday, hold on a second. A little more moisture here. The everyday razor from Charcoal Goods. Now, I haven't seen people doing videos on this aside from, I think, one or two people maybe. Maybe it was one guy twice. I'm not really sure why that is, because two releases or two different release dates, and they both sold out pretty much immediately. I've got in here the Persona Super, made in the USA, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Now, the thing that I wanted to talk about with this one is, so I'm a bona fide Charcoal Goods fanboy, and I have no problem saying that. I'm a big fan of US manufactured items. Big fan of startups like single man operations, and I just love the fact that Brian Twilley there is, you know, it's a one-man operation. This guy taught himself everything about making these, designed them, and takes care of the whole process on his own. He's got some of the coolest designs for handles and efficiency on the market, period. And absolutely love this stuff. That being said, I found that I fell in love with Charcoal Goods by being a fan of having some blade feel. And this particular model has a neutral blade exposure, which reminds me very much of the feel to the face of like the carbon. And so I think this, I don't know why it's not being talked about. I think this is a really, really cool 150, like it's off the market right now, but it's $150, really great neutral blade feel razor that's good for absolutely daily maintenance. And now, the only thing about it that's not amazing for me is I love the blade feel of the level 2 and the level 3. So I find myself having to double check a lot because there's something about that crazy audible feedback and the just feeling it across your face that for me lets me know it's getting done. So with I'm moving this one along actually to my buddy. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I feel like that carbon, you know, I tried Ken at Shave 326, he lent me one for quite a while, very generous amount of time for me to play with it, try it out. And I feel like as far as the feel on the face and the efficiency, I feel like they're directly on par with each other. But that was ultimately the thing that was a little strange for me on the carbon as well, is the it was incredibly smooth, and that was no issue how smooth it was. It was that it didn't have that bite that I'm such a big fan of. So I ended up you know, we were in talks for a second about whether or not that might be something that I would look at. Even not necessarily his, just in general. And that's why I had it for so long, because I was back and forth. And ultimately, I feel the same way about this one. It's efficient in the sense that you're gonna get a BBS shave. But there's something to be said for your own personal experience on it too. Like what you're looking for out of the process of your daily shaves. And that's something that I feel like I've come to terms with for myself, is that I found some razors along my path that have been not that efficient, but had blade feel, and it felt rewarding. Now I'm to the point where I need both. That's what I'm looking for. But I wanted to spend some time with this because, or on video anyway, because the design of it is, in my opinion, just fantastic. And at the end here, once I finish up, I'm gonna take some time and just kind of show off some of it. But I think the design of it is really cool. It has some throwback elements to like the Goodwill razors, the early Gillettes. And it's been a real treat spending time with this. Now, I think it is better suited for people who don't have an appreciation of blade feel. So let's get this going. And let's make sure we're right there. Yep, knew I was skipping something. Okay. My diagonal passes. And there we go. Now, this is, in my opinion, a really good alternative. I'm not hating on the carbon in any way, but I think this is a really good alternative to the carbon for those who are looking for that's essentially same kind of neutral balance, high efficiency, but with like a, don't want to pay $250. Hang on one second. All right, and I'm back, guys. I paused the video because my dogs were getting fed right outside the bathroom door here. So I've got everything taken care of here. I'm gonna go through the post-shave process here. I wanted to I'm gonna give a little rinse to the bowl real quick so I can show that off a little bit better than I did at the start. Because these are really cool. Now I had, giving credit where credit is due, this is, I believe the original designer of this bowl shape was a man named Roger Quinn. I think it's Roger Quinn Design. And it's been, I believe he did like an open source version of it and people started adding things to it. So these dots are not from the agitation bumps are not from the original design. And Tony Dillette put this together. He's printing them at a very high quality level, very smooth, and I apologize for that being all wet. You got interference probably with the lighting on it. But just a really high quality finish on them, and and if you've never tried one of these bowl shapes before, they really, really work. So definitely worth checking out. If you're in Lather and Blade, hit up Tony and he can help you out in locating the one that's right for you. Now, I wanted to show you guys just a little bit on the design here. The standard handles are still available, so anybody who had previous models of the Charcoal Goods, that's fine. They'll all work there. Now, one of the first things that's kind of unique is it has these diamond holders for the blade, how it secures it. And that is akin to like the Goodwills. On the bottom, you have these deep kind of lather channels so that everything can get out of there very, very easily. And there's a little bit of scooping between this, where it's got the loop there, and how the top cap sits, so that when you remove the top cap, you're removing the blade with it, which is a really cool feature. And these are, I'll just be honest, I kind of like the aesthetics of the way that there's that texture on the head there, or on the top cap. So, self-acknowledged Charcoal Goods fanboy, but I want more blade feel. So, if you've ever tried one and you thought that they had too much blade feel, that might be worth giving a shot. Now, before I get too much further, let's get the, forgot to shake this up. Get some of the good old-fashioned skin food. Which just, my experience with A&E, I don't know anybody who doesn't have some A&E experience at this point, but my feeling with them is that their splashes are almost like absolute requirements for when you deal with their soaps, because they just complement it so much and bring out so much extra scent. Really feel, it really caps off the shave. So I just wanted to talk about that stuff, share a little time with you. I had a great shave, and I'm hoping I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care.